After England defeated the French at the Battle of Bremule, Normandy was back in King Henry's hands. But 1 year later, his good fortune turned to tragedy. In 1120, his son and heir William Adelin died in a shipwreck. The future of Henry I's kingdom was in jeopardy. Henry desperately needed a new heir. With no legitimate sons left alive, he broke with tradition and chose his daughter, Matilda. Henry forced his barons to swear an oath to accept Matilda as queen. But when the king died, they broke their promise. England would not be ruled by a woman. Matilda's cousin Stephen saw his chance and claimed the throne. The crisis moved to the capital. At Westminster Abbey, Stephen was crowned king, but Matilda wanted what was hers. She was also lining up powerful supporters who would fight Stephen for her right to rule. Their conflict engulfed England in civil war. Fighting raged throughout the land. In 1141, everything focused on one of the kingdom's most strategic cities, Lincoln. Matilda's allies had commandeered the castle. But King Stephen was determined to take it back. He besieged the castle. Stalemate. As dawn broke on February the 2nd, everything was about to change. Matilda's half-brother, Robert of Gloucester, raced to break the siege. As Robert's forces approached Lincoln, Stephen's army turned away from the castle to face them. Robert could win Matilda the crown, but only if his army could win the day. Robert of Gloucester's forces approached Lincoln. Their task, to liberate the castle from King Stephen's siege. While behind Lincoln's walls, troops loyal to Matilda held the castle for the Empress. First, Robert's forces would stage an ambush to prevent enemy reinforcements from joining with King Stephen's army.
Essa shouldn't be here. Hierve for blood, each for thefines, each obedanes, each sues aliata, each tua sua thuhetest. Essa shouldn't be here. Each obedanes. Each tua sua thuhetest. Ich sua essa aliata, ich for thefines. Send ich for thefines. What me finished, essa shouldn't be here. Send them into mina wenkes. Ich obey thines. What me finished, ich obey thines. What will thou, essa shouldn't be here.
Robert's men concealed themselves in a sheltered grove and lay in wait for the enemy.
Here we for blood on Baal. What be in Esten?
Ich habe gefunden, der Foe!
Ich forfeit this. What will thou? Ich obey thy this.
Bandits! Insanity!
Robert defeated the first column of Stephen's reinforcements, but he knew more were on the way.
Ich tue so, du hättest. Ich tue so, du hättest. Dessa shouldn't be here. Ich tue so, du hättest. Beth not slew. Gaff!
Each sail the There's been a pirati in the corners!
With more of Stephen's reinforcements eliminated, Robert was steadily undermining the siege.
Travail to dawn, men of arms. Jonas, jag är till dawn med vängen gande. Tulkar du så du hättest. Essa shouldn't.
Scout head well a dawn.
Send them each forth in his. Each obey thine his. Each forth in his. Each do a so du hättest. Here we for blood on barn.
Each sail the foe!
Each forth send them in the
Hold the hand with us!
Robert's men decimated King Stephen's reinforcements and were poised to break the siege. Continuing the push towards Lincoln, Robert sent in a large company of reinforcements to aid his vanguard. To further weaken the siege, Robert would need to cut off Stephen's supplies. He targeted the nearby market town.
Yes. Club, did Dwindler, Bereth. Of the Botas, Bereth. Fuste Tulkas, what will Nutha, Comathon. And
Hold the hand with
us! Hold! Pardon it, boy, Aortas.
Matilda's cause, a large group of knights arrived at Lincoln to bolster Robert's army. With the market town in ruins, King Stephen's supplies began to dwindle. Robert received word that Welsh troops under Matilda's banner were en route to join forces with him. But King Stephen had the roads to Lincoln heavily guarded, and the route was not without risk, even for the hardy Welshmen.
Alles with but mean a word. Fell. Ut readeth new Tullus.
Making their way to Lincoln, Matilda's Welsh allies were ambushed by the king's soldiers. Robert's men would need to aid the Welsh if they wanted their help in breaking the siege. Joining forces on the road to Lincoln, Matilda's allied troops made for the castle to lift the siege. Robert's forces spotted a large detachment of Stephen's soldiers guarding the castle gates. If they hoped to liberate Lincoln, they would need to break the blockade and rout the army. forces scattered the king's army, leaving the gates to the castle unguarded. Robert's men finally united with Lincoln's garrison. They could now use the castle to strengthen their army. To lift the siege, they needed to destroy the enemy camps surrounding the castle. Matilda's forces struck hard, destroying one of King Stephen's siege camps. King Stephen's army dwindled as Matilda's forces struck down another siege camp. The king's army was scattered, and those who didn't fall fled. King Stephen was spotted, shielded by his men. To end the siege, Matilda's forces needed to capture Stephen and rout his army.
Acción! ¡Armas a vida! Kostur, every chant yara, instrumentales. Jonas, Janetadon.
Stresset jou aanwijmen.
Matilda's men closed in and finally captured King Stephen. Matilda's forces had won the battle at Lincoln. But the fight for the crown was not over yet.